Alrighty guys, so we are back from the trip, and here are the pieces of petrified wood I got from Porter Creek. And yeah, going to the petrified forest in Calistoga, it was a great trip. I saw like massive petrified redwood trees. So if you do live in Sonoma County, I really recommend you going there, because it's like it's very amazing. It's full of nature, you know, it's family friendly. You can take your dogs there too, whatnot. But make sure to keep them on a leash at all times. Anyways, let's get on to what we found at Porter Creek. Now, I will go a bit fast here because I don't have so much storage. So let's first show off the little smaller pieces here. Do a little quick like flyby. There they are. Look at all those pieces of petrified wood. There's smaller pieces right here. This is the one I want to turn into a necklace. But look at these beautiful pieces of petrified redwood. Most of the stuff is, well, I think all these little pieces are petrified redwood, but because it's just mostly redwood trees. But let's go ahead and show you guys the most interesting pieces. Check this out, guys. It's very preserved. You see how it looks like actual wood? That's why they call it petrified wood. Look at the inside of that. I know my lighting is just horrible, but look at that. Cool little piece of petrified redwood right there. It's a good size piece too. And we'll get to this honkin' piece in just a bit. Look at the inside of that. Looks like it's been like burnt. There's the other side. Pretty cool. I found this one. Beautiful piece of petrified wood. Look at that. It's just so amazing to me how a piece of living tree can turn into stone. It's just so bizarre in a way. Here's another piece. This is a good little piece right here. It has druzy right here and all around right here. All around it, it just has druzy quartz. It's just so beautiful. Look at the banding in there. So you might be asking, how exactly did these trees get petrified? So a long time ago, a mountain called Mount St. Helena erupted, and that explosion basically was so potent that it knocked down all these redwood trees. The next thing that happened was a pyroclastic flow came in and just covered them all in deep ash. And over time that ash hardened, and then water started accumulating there, and basically it seeped in through the ash with the minerals that were in the ash. So the water got to the wood that was actually buried, and it started crystallizing them, and that's how the process begins. That's how they started to get, you know, rock hard. Here's some druzy on top of there. Look at that beautiful druzy quartz. Wow. It's just so amazing. Look at that. You see that a little bit better. Some more druzy right here. Just so beautiful, man. Look at this. So beautiful. And we got another little piece right here. Another good sized one. Very detailed too. Now you can kind of see how this is in like a rough shape because of that same reason. All these trees just fell violently when the explosion went through. Look at that. Just so beautiful, man. Look at that. Some more druzy up in here. So beautiful. More druzy here, whatnot. You see the banding that the wood used to have. Very beautiful. And Luis found this one. It's like a good sized piece. I kept telling him, you wanna take a piece, dude? Like the pieces you found? He's like, no, because my little sister grabs them. But there's that piece, you could definitely see that bark texture on there. Pretty cool. This piece, I don't know. If you look closely at it, you could see a hole. Now this hole can be seen on actual redwood, and that is actual like traces of like, you know, termites that bite through the wood. And that got me thinking, I mean, a long time ago, it might be that these termites just dug a hole right through the wood. Look, you can see another hole right there. And then we flip it around to this side. You could see a tunnel right here too. You see that? Sort of like what the bugs would have made. I'm thinking that's what this is, like little termites that dug into it a long time ago. And that's a perfect, almost like a perfect circle. Look at that. It's so amazing. Little traces of life. They used to live way back. That's a beautiful little piece of wood. Good for the museum display. We got this piece right here. This, I'll tell you something about this. Now, I actually put these in my little mini museum. I'm actually recording this like 2 weeks after I went to the Petrified forest. But I noted something. Every time I went to look at my display, something smelled like burnt wood. And I mean, what could that smell be? Like, I should be concerned because, you know, I shouldn't have anything burning in my room. And then I grabbed this. I gave it a good sniff. I'm like, it cannot be that this piece of petrified wood still smells like that. But I was just curious, like maybe it might be it. And I went over to like sniff it, but nothing came up to me until I scratched this little portion of it with my nail like this, and I gave it a good sniff, and I got a whiff of like burnt wood. And this is what it is basically. It's just petrified, like burnt wood. But it's so amazing to me how all these years it still smells like that. I'm like not even joking to you guys. This stuff smells burnt still. It's just so amazing. Look at that inside part of it. And I'm still getting that whiff for some reason. Look at that beauty. It's just burnt, petrified redwood. What a museum quality piece right there. There's this piece. You see that druzy quartz in there? If you look closely at it. Look at that. Beautiful. Here's another one. Beautiful little piece. And this right here is a bit of ash from the ashfall. Decided to collect that because it's just a little tiny piece and it wouldn't hurt to take it from my little museum. This one I found when I was entering the park. It's rather small. Look at that. It's beautiful. See the banding in there? And this one was found at the ashfall. Look at that beauty. Very beautiful. And there's this piece I found there too. Beautiful, beautiful piece of petrified wood. Stuff is my favorite fossil. If you guys didn't know, I think I made that pretty clear in all my videos now. This is a piece of petrified wood, but it still has ash from the ashfall. So I thought that was really cool. Thought I could put that on my display too. That's just beautiful, dude. Look at that. With ash still on it. Beautiful. Let's get on to the giants. the big giants. So we have this piece right here. This my little cousin found, my little cousin Luis. Very beautiful piece of petrified redwood. If you go to the Petrified Forest, make sure you visit Porter Creek. It's like literally right across from the park, and it's actually not illegal to take any petrified wood from there. So if you do go to that creek and you find petrified wood, you can take it. You can totally take it. It's yours. Because that creek is not the park, so you can basically just keep any like petrified wood you find there. That's a beautiful piece right there. You see that bark resemblance on it? Used to have. Let's turn it to this side. You can see that. All that silica that used to be there. Now, let's get on to this huge honking piece my dad found. Alrighty guys, so before we get to this piece right here, I forgot to show you guys a little special little piece I found in the creek as well. This right here is opalized, I think. Either that or agatized. It looks very translucent. It's a piece of like petrified wood, but it's like, yet again, it's very translucent. So I don't know, could that be opalized wood? You can find opal in that creek, so maybe that's what it is. You can see that blue like shimmer to it. Look at that beauty. And this was actually found by Luis, so big props to you. You did a great job out there. Now sadly I didn't record a rock counting because my phone was about to die, so I was like, oh man, so I left it in the car. That way I have a little percentage left, so if I want to take pictures on the way back, because it's a beautiful scenery when you go to the Petrified Forest. That's a beauty right there. Look at that opalized petrified wood. I don't know if it is for sure opalized, but please let me know in the comments down below. Now let's get on to the giant that my dad found. This is a piece, a huge, let's just call it a huge petrified redwood log. But that thing is massive. Look at that. It's very big. You can see a lot of the druzy on there. Let's zoom in on it a little bit so you guys can see that druzy. Look at all that druzy. It's just so beautiful. Then you move on to this side. Some more druzy on there. You can see that crystallization down here. All these little lines right here, they're just crystals. See those little like tiny grains on there? Those are all the little tips. Let's turn it like this. You can see that wood texture way better. Let me get to this side right here. It has like a little cave of all like crystals and stuff like that. Tiny little crystals. Let's flip it to the bark side. Doing this side at the moment. We'll get to the other side in a bit. That's just beautiful, man. Just a massive piece of petrified redwood. My dad actually pulled this out of the ground. We were next to the creek, and this little piece was sticking out like that, and it was stuck in there, and then he was like, he leaned on it, he leaned his body backwards, and then he pulled it out, this huge massive chunk of petrified redwood, and he started teasing me on the way back, which was pretty funny. He's like, I'm gonna sell it, it's my find, I'm gonna sell it. And I'm like, nope, you're not gonna sell it, it's gonna be in my museum. To be fair, he did find it, but you know, he was just joking around with me. Look at that, all that bark. Look, you can see that this piece was like starting to rot away, but the crystals got to it. The crystallization did, at least. Let's give it another good spin around so you guys can see the minute details of this. And this is all just druzy right here too. Look, some beautiful, beautiful druzy quartz. Look at this thing. This is probably one of the top museum pieces in my tiny little museum. Now I really want to show you guys my museum, but I will do that in a different video. Look at that. See how it was burnt here a long time ago? This is not dirt. This is all burnt. But you could see that end grain on there. Look at that. Would you guys look at that? Now I'm sorry my stuff isn't in frame here because it's actually massive and I have no room on my tiny little desk for it. There's another hole that the wood used to have. Look at that druzy, man. Now I'll get some pictures and I'll put them at the end of the video. That way you guys can see it a bit better if I didn't show the details correctly. But that's a find right there from my pops. But yeah, guys, that's mainly it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. I really enjoyed going to the Petrified Forest. It was just a great experience, you know, just beautiful scenery, nature, and you know all that stuff I just love. It's just amazing. But yeah, guys, yet again, if you guys did like the video, make sure to leave a like down below. Share this video with your friends, family, and you know whatnot. And make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you guys on my next rock hunting adventure. Peace.